How's it going, viewers? Thank you for watching my video. If you are not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. In this video, I will be unboxing and showing you guys how to install a wrap on a phone. And before I continue with the installation part, I just want to take a minute and talk about the wrap. This wrap is from slickwraps.com. As you guys can see here at the bottom of the package, I will leave a link in the description of the video below. And this is the iPhone 6 wrap. One of the reasons why I like wraps over cases, even though the case gives you more protection, I usually don't drop my phone. So I like the wrap because it's nice and thin. It gives you the feel of the phone, because when you're buying a phone, you're kind of holding it and, oh, I like the way this feels, and nice and thin and light, and then you put a big case on it and it's just like a beefy brick that you're lugging around in your pocket. So I like to keep them nice and thin and protected. The wraps are nice because it protects the phone from getting scratched and just getting smaller dings and stuff like that. So that's why I prefer a wrap over a case. It just gives it a nice, better feel. So now we'll go on with the installation of the wrap. And it comes with the slick wraps that go the back and the front. And the rest of the stuff here, nice little cloth to clean your phone. And just before you start, you might need a heat gun or a hair dryer. And just another little thing, it also comes with 2 screen protectors. I was kind of looking at it going, what in the world are these? But they are screen protectors. So there's 2 of those, the slick wrap, the cleaning cloth, and the little card to get the air bubbles out. So the first step that you want to do is, I'm going to go ahead and open this up and clean your phone. I'm going to be installing the front side first. So you just take the cloth out. Go ahead, take that out here. I'll get the phone over here, try to get this out of the way. I'm going to try to get as much stuff shown here so you guys can see it all. I'm going to be starting with the front side, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean the phone. You might want to spend a little more time cleaning yours. Just make sure it sticks nice and well. As you guys can see here, they give us 2 options. I could either do the full round wrap all the way around the phone to cover up the white, or just do the top and the bottom and leave the sides white. I'm going to go ahead and do the full one just to kind of cover up the white there. I don't know how well it's going to work with the rounded edges on the phone, the little rounded edges here. I'm going to go ahead and try that. You will be needing the heat gun or the hair dryer for that part. So I will be installing this first, and then I will apply a screen protector on the phone once I get that part done. So just to start here, I'm going to go ahead and separate these 2. Kind of make it a little bit easier for me to work with here. So here we go, and I will be peeling off the sticker here. I'm just going to go ahead and fold it back like that, and fold it just to kind of make it a little bit easier for it to work with. And what you want to do is I use the circle to try to line it up as best I can. And you can also use this base part here to line up the bottom of the screen here. It's a little more challenging. I figured some of you guys might need a little more time. Make sure you're getting that circle in there as well. And once you're here at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and peel the rest of the phone back. Just be careful not to rip anything. And once that is there, bring it over to the front here. Try to set this down so you're not covering up any sensors or any. See there, we got a little bit short. Make sure you're lined up nice and straight. So there's that. We got everything fairly open. The sensors are open. And we just got to push out these air bubbles. So I will start that. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean it one more time just because I have been touching it, and make sure to get all the extra little bit of dirt and whatnot off of there, that fingerprints, oils, that'll keep the screen protector from sticking. So that is fairly good. And you get 2 screen protectors. They send 2 of them out there, and it's got the 2 steps. So peel this one off and apply that to the phone, and then peel the sticker off when you're done. Use this just to kind of guide it and hold it so you're not touching the actual sticky part. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off and start installing the screen protector. And it's just a nice basic screen protector. Try to get the bubbles out as we go. Oh, got a little bit of dust in there, what do you know? Didn't do a good job cleaning it. If you don't want air bubbles, make sure you clean it pretty good. So I took some time and I finally got it on there. I'm going to go ahead and peel off this thing there. And I'll be honest with you guys, if you guys are just watching this, I would almost want to try putting the screen protector on first. Get the screen protector on there first and then put the thing around there. That way you could guide these inside edges of the wrap and get it inside the phone there, just to make it look a little better. I was having some problems trying to squeeze in some of the things and how to move some of the plastic, the wrap around, kind of move it just so the screen can fit. So now that the front part is done, that's what it will look like. I will then now switch over and start doing the back. And once again, we would want to clean the back, try to get all the oils and stuff off of it from our fingers that we put on there when we were getting the front part on. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice little rub down. Alright, so I got it nice and clean now. And we will move over to this. There is, if you guys can see that little glare there, there's the Apple logo. If you guys want, you guys can punch that out. Doesn't really matter to me. Have a black with a gold looking thing. I'm just going to leave it. Might be a little bit easier for me. If you guys want to have that shiny apple shining through, you guys can go ahead and do that. What I am going to do, I'm going to start with the bottom just because it's the most detailed, most intricate. So I'm guessing if you line all those holes up, the rest of this will pretty much fall into place. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just fold back a tiny bit here so I can line it up and nothing else would be getting in my way. This will be the somewhat more challenging part. So take your time, don't rush, don't try to get it done real quick and then have a sloppy looking so there's that, if you guys can see that. Do you guys approve? I do. So once you get this on, go ahead and peel the rest of the back off. And round over this corner. As you guys can see, that other part is coming off. As long as you haven't moved too far off, you should be pretty well on spot. We'll go ahead and heat that up a little bit later on. So I'm just going to rub the rest of this into place. Get around this nice and sticking out camera, one of the features I do not like about the new iPhone. So once that is there, then go ahead and pull out your heat gun or your hair dryer and start bending over the edges and getting them into its place. And I'm just going to get the heat gun out and start heating up some of these ends. As you guys can see with my heat gun, it got nice and warm. It doesn't need much heat to get this stuff warmed up. And sorry for going off screen so much, guys. It's just I'm trying to get it nice and straight, make it look good, so my finished product is reasonable and something worth having. Just trying to get it as straight as you possibly can. And that's the, you know, if something got little bubbles like I got here, I'm just gonna go ahead and heat that back up and you know, do it again. And I'm gonna go ahead and do start doing all the sides, finish off the sides, and then I will be back with you guys to show you guys how it turned out. And before I get too far, I'm gonna show you guys, I'm pretty much done here, but I'm just gonna explain to you guys how I did it. Once I got the back on and I started heating up, and I just do one section at a time. I'd do this, and I just turned my heat gun on, so it was just blowing the whole time, and then I'd be smoothing it over, and then if I could see it's not really sticking, I just run it over by the heat gun, give it some more heat, and start pushing it back over. And I started doing the edges, and I just kind of went down, and there's a little flap that was sticking out like this, like that right there. I left the flaps and I pushed these all over, and then I came by and the last thing I did was the flaps. So as you guys can see, I got one left, but I just heated it up and pushed it over, and you know, pretty much put it in its place, and then heat it up and push the rounded ends over to make it nice and round. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of demonstrate with this last bit here. So there's my. So I'd just take it and I'd run it over like that over the heat gun, and just push it down and smooth it over. Anything that popped back up, like that little flap there on the corner, put it right back underneath that heat and get it in there and just get it nice and smooth. With this sticky stuff, this glue here, that heat melts it, and that way it lets you move it around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run it over, show you guys how it all turned out. As you guys can see there, the edges and in a few spots like there and there on the ends, you can see some of the color shining through. Along the seam seem to go fairly well. On the top there are just a few areas that I will probably turn the heat on and just sit there and smooth it over until the gap is smaller. So that is that. As you guys can see, this has like a leathery feel, like a nice little texture to it. So that's the case that I got, nice and black. You know, my colors are black or gray. I'm more of a dark color. I don't like the light colored ones. They get dirty and stuff like that. So this has this nice texture. Got the nice screen protector on. I got a couple air bubbles. You know, what can you do? So that is that. Once again, it is Slick Wrap. If you guys want to check it out, I will show you guys a little card that they had in here. And if you guys want to check them out, go follow them, like them, you know, check out, see what they got. That is their information there. So that is all I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions or any comments, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. Once again, this was from slickwraps.com, is where you can find these things. And like I said, the one thing that I might have done differently is put the front screen protector on before I went and did the outside, just to make it a little bit easier on you guys. That is about the only recommendation I have for you. This case seems to be fairly nice. I will use it here for a little bit, and I will be making another video talking about how well it's been holding up, seeing if anything is peeling, anything like that, seeing if any of the scratches, if it scratches easy or not. So that will be coming up as well. If you guys want more content like that, please subscribe. Thanks. Have a nice day.